Hey, what's up guys? It's Devon, and there, I gotta get myself in the camera. I've had a lot of questions about the scar strips that I wear, that I'm wearing when I've been making videos. And so, Rocco, don't do that. So I decided I would make just a quick video about scar care and some of the products and stuff that I'm using. Let's see. So a lot of you guys are using Scar Guard, which I don't have the bottle, but it looks like nail polish. I think it's in the bathroom. And I didn't really care for that stuff because it's really hard to put on, I think. I didn't really like the smell of it, and it dries, but it's still a little bit sticky, and then it flakes off like white flakes, and then you have to put more on and more on and more on. And I felt like a moron, and I decided that I wasn't going to use that anymore. I saw a couple videos of guys using these strips, which are Scarway, and I have a friend who used them and really was happy with the outcome, and felt like they were a little bit difficult to deal with, but I actually really love them. So this is what the box looks like. Scarway, and it comes with 8. Each one is 2 little rectangles and instructions, and it also comes with a little plastic carrying case to put your strips in. It's actually not really to carry them, it's just a place to put them to dry after you've washed them. So the little strip looks like this, and I cut it into thirds. So here's my thirds. I use 2 at a time because I need 3 for each side of my chest. And I think it's really super easy. They're reusable. You can reuse them for up to a week. So there's my chest, and after you cut them, you just remove the little plastic thing. And I won't do them all because I don't want to take zillion amounts of time. It's like a sticky silicone, and I just put it on the edge of my scar, and then I follow my scar across. I gotta use the camera as a mirror. Across until I get it right in the center. Now I don't stretch them. I just let it lay how it normally would. It will stretch with me. It's got some give to it, and so I do that every morning. And the way it works with these guys is that you wash them with soap and water, and that rejuvenates the silicone and the stickiness and the protection. So I do that every day. Okay, I'll just leave 2 on. So I do 3 and 3. I had been rotating between 2 different sets, so I had 2 different sets going at a time. And I would just put 6 on the inside and 6 on the outside of this guy. So you wash them with soap and water, just to kind of get all the dirt and stuff off, and then you stick them on here. Here's an old one. You stick it on there, and then you can blot it with a paper towel or toilet paper or a towel or whatever. Sometimes in the past, before I changed my regimen, I was doing it every morning. I would get up and I would take them off, and I would either wash them off in the sink, or I'd wash them while I was in the shower and then stick them on here and then blot them dry, and then by the time I was ready to put them back on, they actually dry really quickly. It's just a matter of having to wash each of them individually. So I started going back and forth, with 2 different sets. So I would have 6 on the inside and 6 on the outside. And then after a week of using those, rotating those, or actually like 2 weeks of using those, because you could use them, the silicone is good for a week, then I tossed them and I did another 2 sets. Then I had brunch with a friend of mine, and he introduced me to something called bio oil. And I found this at Walgreens. Where's the camera? Bio oil. And it's all natural. It's got all kinds of herbal stuff in it. And it helps to reduce the color and the unevenness and the darkness of scars and stretch marks and aging skin, dehydrated skin. Anyway, this friend of mine, he said that he uses it. He actually puts it on his face because he's like an old guy like me that has these contemplative wrinkles. And they've actually decreased. And he recommended that as a great way of treating scars. And I did a search on YouTube, and there were a few videos that people had talked about bio oil, but for, maybe 1 or 2 years ago, so it's been a while, and I don't really hear anybody talking about it. And everything I've read about it, and from the friend that uses it, I've heard really good things. It's about $10, and it will last like a really super long time. So it's basically like a little bottle. You kind of dabble it on your finger. So now my new regimen is that I wear these during the day, and then at night I take them off and I wash them and I put them in their happy little case so that they're all ready to go in the morning. And then when I go to bed, I take the bio oil and I rub it all over my scars and rub it in. I'm pretty generous with it, and it absorbs pretty quickly. And I know that I've heard people say that while you're sleeping is when your body heals. So that's what I've been doing lately, and I feel like things look really pretty darn good. It looks like it's puckered, but I think that's just the skin coloration, because it's actually, my scars are actually really flat. That one especially, that guy is just like rocking. That's a freckle that got caught up in the drain hole. But I feel like it's really helping a lot. And the nice thing about using something like this is that you actually are spending time massaging the scar tissue, which will help to break it down, the lumps underneath, and that also helps for them to heal better and to take away the discoloration. So that is the new thing that I'm doing. One other thing that I don't really hear anybody talk about, but a friend of mine who had surgery about 1.5 years ago gave me his leftover tube, is something called Kilo Coat. And I would compare it to the Scar Guard in that it dries. It doesn't dry quite as flaky, but it's a gel. It's a sticky gel. So, and I saw this at Walgreens, but I don't remember how much it costs. Maybe $8 or $9. Anyway, it's a sticky clear gel, and it's the same thing. You put it on, and you actually rub it in, and you just let it dry. I will say it takes a little while for it to dry, actually like quite a while. So this is also something before the bio oil that I had been doing at night, and then I would just sleep with like a tank top or a t-shirt or something on, and ultimately it kind of forms a protective seal similar to the Scar Guard, but it, like I said, I don't feel like it really ever completely dries, at least not for a really long time. So I may return using this again at some point. I'm not mad at it, but really my two favorites are the Scarway strips of amazingness and the bio oil, which, I'll have more of a report on that. I've only been using it consistently for about a week. But anyway, that's what's going on, and I think everything's doing really well. This guy is doing amazing. There is one, if I can get in there closely, it's this one little weird spot where it's almost like it's detaching a little bit, so I'm being really cautious. You can see kind of the gap of separation. So I'm putting Neosporin on it every day. And then this one is also doing well. I have little bits of, like, boop, that's kind of popping out. This one is interesting. It's kind of like got pink and tan. Like, it's, I don't know. It will be interesting to see what it does. So this is what they look like, little strips. They actually stay on really, really, really well underneath my shirt all day long at work. And as they're getting closer to being a week old, I can tell, because then they don't stick quite as well. So today has been your dealing with your scars show with Devon and Rocco, who is taking a nap. Say hi, buddy. Say hi. So that's our show for today. I hope everybody's doing really well. Happy 420. Happy 420. It's a gorgeous day in Los Angeles, and we're about to go to some art walk thingamajigger. So anyway, hope everybody's doing well. Happy 420. Hit me up if you have questions. David, your scar strips are in the mail. So let's hope that Italian Customs doesn't give me a hard time about that. Yeah, that's it. Alright guys, have a great Saturday, and we'll meet again soon.